Hello, today we're going to go over the user roles and user permissions for Enterprise Alert. So inside your 2019 Enterprise Alert, we have 7 roles and 72 permissions assigned to those roles. And we can view and edit these under People and then the User Roles option. And here we'll have listed all 7 of our default user roles. And if you open up any one of these, you will see the 72 permissions listed under the Permissions tab. These user roles can be turned on and off to edit the user role to make sure it meets the needs of your business. To see how these user rights will affect your users, you'll see here that I'm logged in as an administrator and I'm under the Team Leader user role. And you'll see here that right off the bat, by default, these users have the ability to create alert policies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this to no, they cannot create alert policies, and then save that. Now if I go over to my other screen, where I have a second user logged in with the Team Leader user role, and you'll see here on the alert policy screen, I have the Create New button. However, if I refresh this screen, the Create New button disappears because that has been removed from this user role. Now I still could see the existing alert policies and open one up and edit it, but I cannot create a new at this time. Next we're going to go over the ability to add permissions to a specific user role. So for this I'm going to go ahead and log out of this user and log into my second test user here. So for this new user that I've logged in as, we want this user to be able to see the incoming events so that they can help create the policies and solve the issues as they arise. Now the easiest way to do that is to open up the user role that that user is a part of, find the user permission that we wish to give them, and then change that to from no to yes or yes to no, whatever the change needs to be for your specific instance. So for this one we're going to set this see incoming events to yes, and we're going to save this. Now if I go back to my other screen with my other user, on my alerts page, and refresh the screen, we now see the incoming events option for that user. Now what do we do if the standard role does not meet our needs at all? So what we can do in that case is we can create an entirely new user role. So let's say we don't want to give everybody in the alert user the permissions to view the incoming events, just specific users. So let's set that back to no. We'll save that, and we'll go back to our other screen. And when we refresh, we see the incoming events is gone again. So now we do still need it for that one user, so what are we going to do? Let's go back into user roles, click on the Create New button at the bottom, give this new user role a name, and then click on the Save button, and then go to the Permissions tab. And on the Permissions tab, everything defaults to no, and you could turn on any permissions that you would like to give to this new user role. In our case, we need to find this See Incoming Events, turn that to yes, and then click on Save, because that's the only right we want to give for this new user role. So now that we've created that new user role, let's go into our users, and open up our new user, and we're going to add this new user role that we've created to this user. So we'll click on that and then click on the Save button. And now if I go back to my other screen again and refresh one last time, we'll see that incoming events comes back because we added it to a brand new user role that we added to this user. And using these user roles and permissions, you can mix and match the user permissions and the user roles to a very granular level to match any business needs that might come up for your systems. And that's how we use Enterprise Alert's user roles and user permissions. Thank you and have a nice day.